Right, now let's solve this question here, which says that f of okay, if w is equal to z square, if w is equal to c square, then find the value of find u of xy and v of xy. So in this case now, u of xy and v of xy, this shows that this complex variable is of it has two independent variable, that's u and v. Now if you look at this question, you see that the value of z is not given, but we know that z is a complex number, which is x plus iy. So if the value of z is not given, so you just take that z is this x plus iy. This is a complex number where x represents the real part of the complex number, then iy represents the imaginary part of the complex number. Sorry, I've cleaned this. So now let's solve this. So if w is equal to this, then we can say that f of z square is equal to, we know, like I said, z is what? Z is equal to x plus iy. So now if w is equal to z square, then f of z square is going to be equal to x plus iy square. So now you can expand this bracket. I'm going to expand it in full so that you get it. So x plus iy square means x plus iy times x plus iy. So let's expand this and see what we are going to get. X times x is what? X square, plus x times iy, that will give us ixy, then plus iy times x. You don't care about the whether y comes first, but you have to arrange it in alphabetical order. So that is going to give us ixy. Then here we are going to have plus. Now watch this. This is where some people might have issues. Now iy times iy, let me take it out and simplify. Iy times iy, so let's say that will give us iy square. So now if you square I and you square y, you know square of I is what? Minus 1. From the property of imaginary number, square of I is what? Minus 1. So minus 1 times y square, that will give us minus y square. So you can see that iy times iy is what? Minus y square. So that means that I'm going to clean this and put minus y square. So now at this point, we collect our like terms. So we have x square here. So ixy plus ixy, that will give us that will be what? That will be plus 2xyi. So you can just take the y to the back. Then minus y square. So at this point, we know that the way imaginary number or complex numbers are arranged is complex number is equal to what? X plus iy. So the imaginary part has to go to the back. So we can rearrange this to get our final answer. So that will be x square minus y square, because this x does not have I, so is a real part of the complex number. Y square does not have I, is a real part of the complex number. Then we'll take this 2xyi to the back. So this is our answer now, but the question says that we should find u xy and v of xy. So now this is going to be like this. I bring it down here. So u of xy, u of xy actually means the real part of this complex number. So you just watch the variables that does not have letter I, which is the imaginary part now, and it comprises of this x square and y square. So these are the real parts of the complex number. So we can say that u of xy is equal to what? X square minus y square. Then v of xy represents the imaginary part of the complex number, which is this 2xyi. So v of xy is going to be 2xyi. So this is your answer.